Oh yeah. It's my show now. Nobody to tell me what to do. Nobody to tell me to cut my stories down. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Welcome to Next Level News. I'm your host, Skyler Nations. Coming up on Next Level News, we will be covering the mass purchases of dev companies to Microsoft and Sony, the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and Pokemon. All that and more on the pilot episode of Next Level News. Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. The news breaking in January. This landmark purchase has shaken the gaming world. Microsoft now owns some of the biggest gaming IPs in the world, now acquiring major IPs like Call of Duty and World of Warcraft. This purchase just being another chapter in Microsoft's plan of buying up as many gaming companies as possible. To give clarity, in 2013 when Xbox released the Xbox One, Microsoft only had 7 gaming development companies under their banner. Once this deal closes though, Xbox will now have 32 companies in total, owning important IPs like previously mentioned Call of Duty and World of Warcraft. However, they will also have legendary IPs like Halo, Doom, Wolfenstein, Diablo, Tony Hawk, The Elder Scrolls, and so many more. Microsoft was mocked in the previous gaming generation for not having any games. Well, in the most lawfully evil way possible, they just bought all the games. This, however, has not sat well with PlayStation fans, many fearful of having Call of Duty taken away from them, many more crying out monopoly, without realizing how little of the gaming market Microsoft even owns. Xbox Game Studio CEO Phil Spencer has heard the concerns, though, from the PlayStation gamers, and had this to say. Had good calls this week with the leaders at Sony. I confirmed our intent to honor all existing agreements upon acquisition of Activision Blizzard, and our desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Sony is an important part of our industry, and we value our relationship. However, there is an update to the story. That's right, it was announced on January 31st that Sony was making its own little purchase. Bungie, the original makers of Halo and the current makers of Destiny. Bungie split from Microsoft back in 2007, was later acquired by Activision in 2010, then left Activision in 2019. The purchase was for $3.6 billion. Bungie has stated that they will keep supporting all platforms. The purchase comes as no surprise though. Bungie has worked with Sony before making exclusive content for the PlayStation platform with the original Destiny. While in no way comparable to the purchase of Activision Blizzard, this purchase proves one thing. More and more, gaming will become a game of who owns who. And the thought of being an independently owned company will be a thing of the past. If only I, alongside my friend, hadn't called this exactly 10 months ago.
I see a lot more publishers being bought out or bought up by first-party platforms like Sony, like Microsoft, like Nintendo. Well, probably not Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't have that much money. Not comparatively to Sony and Microsoft, but
yeah,
I think that you're going to see a lot more publishers like Bethesda. Like, you're not seeing it yet. You haven't seen somebody get like EA get purchased by like Sony. You haven't seen somebody like Activision or Ubisoft get purchased. But these are companies that have been on the verge of that sort of stuff, like being taken over, like through stock market and everything else like that.
Oh wait, I did sell 5.
The anime streaming platform Crunchyroll is about to have their annual anime awards soon. And you know what that means? Everyone is going to be voting for their favorite categories such as Best Anime, Best Voice Actor, Best Fight Scene, etc. Kinda hype, right? Wrong! Honestly, those are the lamest parts of the show, and we're going to be focusing on the Best Boy and Best Girl category. According to Crunchyroll in 2018, they asked the question, what makes the best boy a best boy? They described that the best boy is someone who has charm, golden, and also a joy to see on screen. These characters are like the softest things you see, and they are the most fun characters to cheer on while watching the show. There are many wholesome animes that came out last year, but nothing can beat Izumi Miyamura from Horimiya. Horimiya is a slice-of-life anime that came out during the Winter 21 anime season, and it was a hit because of the many interesting and relatable characters in it. This story follows Izumi Miyamura, who is one of those characters that did not feel like he belonged. Miyamura is the type of person who was shy, and many people thought he was hard to approach. People bullied him and ostracized him because of his gloomy looks. Miyamura also has a cute and innocent face. Why do people want to reject this man? Later, he changes to his casual look and everyone goes and simps for him, but anyways. This definition also applies to who is best girl, but best girl has more aesthetic, memorable features, design, and quirky personality. Best girl is literally a queen. Sorry. Best girl is a topic that I do not take lightly on. There are many best girls in anime, but this character really brings up the queen and protect aspect of this category. Komi from Komi Cannot Communicate is literally the cutest and well-designed character from many anime shows that I watched recently. This show is about how Komi has extreme social anxiety. She's also too afraid to be in social settings because of this feeling. But this character, named Tadano, becomes her first friend, and he was able to understand her anxiety. This show is fun to watch because it features how Komi is trying to achieve her goal, and that is to make 100 friends in school. How the hell do you not want to cheer for a person who is trying to conquer her anxiety? Now that is some queen energy.
Here's some gaming titles to look forward to this upcoming month. Dying Light 2: Stay Human will be releasing on February 4th on the PlayStation and Xbox and PC. This comes as a sequel to its popular predecessor from 2015. On February 10th, Edge of Eternity will be released on PlayStation and Xbox consoles. This was originally a PC exclusive, released back on June 8th of last year, and will be coming to the Nintendo Switch on the 23rd of this upcoming month. The Assassin's Creed Ezio collection was first released in November of 2016. Now the collection of games is coming to the Nintendo Switch. The collection will include Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations, which will be released on February 17th. Finally, the Witch Queen expansion for Destiny 2 will be released on February 22nd. This expansion will revolve around the main antagonist from the original Destiny's expansion, the Taken King. This originally was going to be released in 2021, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the release was delayed by 6 months. Speaking of new releases, Pokemon just released Pokemon Legends of Arceus, and Next Level News' very own Caleb Stinson has a lot to say about it.
Pokemon as a series has been going strong for 25 years, but within that time, many have argued that a lack of innovation has led to many of the games feeling the same. But the newest in the series is really trying to shake things up, and while it delivers on a fresh new Pokemon experience, that may come at the cost of some of the series' identity. I'm Caleb Stinson, and this is what to know about Pokemon Legends Arceus. This game is set in the distant past of the Sinnoh region, the land you explore in the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl games, but oddly enough, the game starts in the modern day. The trainer you play as is the same character from the original Diamond and Pearl games, now a few years older. They were seemingly taken straight out of their bed by the god of the Pokemon world themselves, Arceus. He sends you back in time with one mission. Gotta catch 'em all. Hang on, I'm getting a call from God. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone, and thy mission, seek out all Pokemon. Alright, I'm a messenger from God. I got it. It's a fun setup that's quite the departure from the traditional story of beat the league, defeat the evil team, and become the very best like no one ever was. Instead, the story is much less focused on battle, and puts an emphasis on catching and researching Pokemon. As you take on story missions, more areas open up with more Pokemon and more things to explore. You get money and more experience for your Pokédex by catching and completing certain research tasks that help you learn more about Pokemon. That's your basic gameplay loop. Explore, catch, and research Pokemon. No gyms, no Elite Four, and it's really fun. It's helped out a lot by the fact that there are no longer random encounters. All of the Pokemon can be clearly seen from the overworld, where you can directly interact with them. Go over there. What's that? What's that over there? Oh, yummy! Yummy! It's crazy how delicious that is. Idiot! However, this new gameplay does come at a cost. Gotta catch 'em all has been the series' slogan since it's made its way to the West, but the gameplay has always been focused on the battle aspect. But in order to make way for these changes, Pokemon battling has been simplified immensely. For me, the team building was always what made Pokemon stand out. Competitive battles with friends were the true end goal for previous entries. But this game doesn't have any multiplayer battles at all. Other than trading, it's entirely single player. But even if it had multiplayer, I don't even know if I'd want to battle against my friends. It doesn't feel like you can customize your Pokemon nearly as much as you could before. No abilities, no EV training, no breeding. if I wanted to play an action-adventure RPG with a strong single-player experience, there are so many other games than Pokemon that I could go and play. And since the game is centered around catching and switching out Pokemon for research, none of the changes made in this game make you feel like you're working towards making a synergized team of Pokemon. Instead, encouraging you to just focus on the one Pokemon you'll know you'll always have on you, and the rest to do research tasks with. Overall, I'm loving the game. While it doesn't cater to exactly what I love about the Pokemon series, it's still really well made, and is doing a lot of the things people have been asking for years. If you fell off of Pokemon, this may be a good place to come back to. I think for pretty much anyone, this game's worth a look, and if you think it looks fun, I think you'll enjoy it. I'm Caleb Stinson, and that's what to know about Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Last month was wild for eSports. League of Legends Pro Play started back up with all major regions playing the new season with the new changes. Valorant qualifiers is happening in all major and minor regions. Rocket League Winter Major is around the corner, but most importantly, collegiate esports is thriving, especially for our Broncos. On January 30th, both teams for the Rocket League team entered the Collegiate Rocket League Qualifier Tournament. Each team played in a best-of-3 double elimination bracket until round 16. Teams played in a best-of-5 tournament after that. The top 17 would advance in the Western Conference. First, the blue-orange team. Oh my god! The blue team. It's fine. First, the blue team won their first game in the upper bracket against Cal Poly and then lost to Missouri. They had their second chances again in the lower bracket where they faced Cal Poly again and then continued to the qualifying match against Missouri. This was a close match as it went to all 5 games, but unfortunately, BSU's Rocket League blue team fell short and could not qualify. On the other hand, the orange Boise State Rocket League team handled themselves well by going through all their games in the upper bracket. It was not until they went up against Colorado State for their last game, and that game was really close, and it also went to 5 games. In the end, the Boise State Orange team won and qualified for the Collegiate Rocket League tournament. It has been 4 years since the Broncos entered the tournament, and we hope for the best for this team as they will compete in the Western Conference of the CRL tournament on February 14th. This year is going to be very exciting for the Broncos in esports as we are all going to be playing in games such as Rocket League, Overwatch, Valorant, Halo, Madden, and now Hearthstone. So tune in at twitch.tv/Boise State.
Thank you, Joannie. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our very first episode of Next Level News. We will see you next time with even more games. I'm off to go playing Dying Light 2. It released on PC during the actual filming of this episode. So, bye.